Hello everyone, and welcome to a guide for Jollibee's Phase 1 620 mode. As we all know, there are many videos on the internet with talking about Jollibee's Phase 1 and Phase 2 with their general, more controversial side, but not many people have really covered the max mode or the custom night for the game, at least in terms of how to beat it or with a strategy in mind. So today here I wanted to give a strategy on how you can beat 620 mode on Jollibee's Phase 1. And we'll go through the strategy, and we're using my own video with my own run. Now, I'm just setting up the cameras here the way that I like them. So I like to do cam 5 for the ground floor as starter. So I can then just go 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 7, that sort of style. Same with the vent ones. I like the vent one. I feel is a bit more important because it allows you to already check one vent camera that's like isolated in the corner, which then allows you to just do 14, 15, 16, 17 really quickly. So if the virus is like close on killing you, you might be able to get it in time, because the virus is quite intense, especially if you have to check all the cameras. So that's just my own preference. After you set up the cameras, you can just stare at Hetty with the light on for 14 seconds and nothing will happen to you, so you're free to do so. So as you can see, at 12:14 I moved to the middle, and at 12:15, as you saw, Jollibee is at the door and is attacking. Now, one of the two things will either occur. One is Jollibee will attack, like just that happened, and then the virus will attack, or it'll be the other way around. The virus attacks, then it's Jollibee, and then then it's basically the same situation. Then you just go to Hetty and wait for the vent, just like then. Now, for the vent, especially for the first attack, it's the most crucial one, is letting a few seconds pass by, let about 4 to 5 seconds to pass by, and then detect, okay, if it's Yum, because Popo will leave about 3 to 4 seconds from the vent in your office, and Yum gives you about 6 seconds roughly, or so, 6 to 7 seconds roughly. 6 seconds, I think he gives at the 7th one he kills you, I think. So you can just wait for a bit, and then if you don't hear anything, that means it's Yum. If you do hear anything, that was Popo. So that's how you can discern which one is which. So Popo came in right away at 12:29, and then Popo left at 12:33. So roughly the 4-second rule is what is true. Now the virus, you take care of the virus, then usually 9 out of 10 times someone will be at the door. Like, most likely, like, there won't be anyone. There won't be a time where, like, you won't have to shut the lights off, because there was a patch on 1.7 that was made which allowed for combos not to happen with the virus and the door characters, which is nice. So they can't attack at the same time, so they will always attack one or after. So they'll always attack after each other, which is very nice. Now, general safekeeping with Hetty over here is Hetty does have 3 phases in the window area, you can call it, where she stands up, is halfway, and then it's kind of like almost going into the vent above, and then also gets into the vent. But generally, if you have Hetty in the vent, most of the time your run is almost kind of done, because of how difficult it is. Because if you don't know, the virus also has a secondary mechanic as well, which is, while it's not attacking, if you go into the cameras, the virus will give you pop-ads, which you need to remove manually by pressing the X symbol on the top right corner, which becomes very much of a pain, which allows Jollibee or Twirly to come to the door, kill you, or even let Hetty just pass through the vent. So you basically want to keep her in this area as much as possible. Now, you always get like a few brief periods here and there where people won't attack you really. So it allows you to just get a few flashes on Hetty. So don't be too concerned with her. She shouldn't be too bad to deal with. And that's generally it, really, in terms of the strategy. That's all there is to it. It's a simple max mode, but it's also like a fun one. Now, we'll just skip through to the very end of the night, and we'll just explain some things. Mainly about where you can download the game, and also be able to watch this original video and the original gameplay by itself without my commentary. Now that we're done, so I'll be leaving a description down below where there's like gonna be a whole list of archive games. It's from a fan-made community called the FNAF Max Mode List community. They have a whole like archive list of all fan games there, and Jollibee is a part of it, even Phase 2. So if you want to download those 2 games, you can. And go ahead and just go down the description below and download them. As well, if you want to see more, the full run, you can check out the original video. I'll leave that in the description below.